What's up, guys? This is Austin from Stronger Sport. We have Will here. He's going to demo for us today. We're going to go over the power clean for y'all. So first I want to talk about the setup position. His feet are going to be underneath his hips. You want the bar to be positioned just over your shoelaces, where your shoelaces meet your shoe. And your hands are going to be just outside of your shoulders. When we're set up here, we want our hips to be below our shoulders, just above the knees. You don't want them to be very high. You don't want them to be even with your shoulders. We're going to try and drive up vertically here, so we need to have our hips low. On the first pull, we're going to focus on bringing the bar up past the knees. We need to get our knees out of the way. So as he stands up, he's going to pull his knees back out of the way. Show us one. Good. And if you watch his hips and shoulders, they rose at the same speed on that. So we'll do one more. Good. So shins are vertical, knees are back out of the way, hips and shoulders are in the same position as when we started. On the second pull, once you get above your knees, you're going to transition the bar into your thighs, or into your hips. So we're going to transition, raise your torso up, and get into a good power position. This is a good position for us to jump up and explode the bar up vertically. So back down to the knees, show that one more time. Transition from the knees into the hips. Good. On the third pull, he's going to extend as hard as he can, shrug his shoulders, and drive the elbows underneath the bar to catch it on his shoulders. So he's going to demo that for you. Good. And when he lands, you want to land with your hips back, heels on the ground in a good power position, a good landing position for any kind of a jump. Good. So let's watch one from the ground. Go. Alright, so now we're going to go over some faults that we commonly see with the clean. First one is in that first pull, shooting our hips up too early. So our hips and shoulders won't rise at the same speed. Hips are going to go early. So let's demo one. Okay, let's do one more. Good. So one of the ways to avoid doing this is when we set up, making sure that we get our back tight, tighten up our lats. And then when we go to push off when we drive the weight up off the ground, think about pushing your feet into the ground. Don't think about it as a pull. Think about driving your feet into the ground. Good. Alright, so another common fault that we see is once we get to the knees, we pull too early with the arms and we miss that transition into the hips. So, let's see one more. So he's missing once he gets above the knees, missing transitioning the bar into his hips. This is going to leave the bar out in front of you. You're not going to be able to transfer as much of the power from your legs into the drive, and you're doing more work with your arms. One way to fix this is to do some pauses when you're warming up. He's going to pause just above the knee, then transition, pause the transition, then finish the clean. So as you're warming up with light weight, you can practice hitting these positions. Just get your body familiar with them, become aware of it, and then when you do the full movement from the ground, you should be able to hit these same positions. Alright, and then the last fault that we commonly see is a poor receiving position. So once you reach full extension, just over pulling with your arms and then landing with your hips forward and your knees forward. Good. You can just see that didn't look very balanced, didn't look very comfortable. And so what needs to happen is as soon as you reach full extension, turn around, drive your hips back down underneath the bar, drive your heels back into the ground so that you're laying in a good landing position that would be good for any kind of a jump or movement. Good. You'll be a lot more balanced, a lot more stable there. Also, your back's in a flat position. When we're landing with our back, with our hips and our knees forward, our back is compromised. You have a lot more chance of hurting yourself. So there we're a lot more stable, a lot more balanced.